Broken silence. My name is Linda. I am 52 years old. I never thought I would tell my story like this, but life sometimes forces us to speak, even when we want to stay silent. I am married, or maybe I should say I was married, because even though the papers still say wife, my heart no longer feels that way. My husband's name is Mark. He is 56 years old. We were married for 27 years, almost 3 decades. When I say that number, it feels heavy. 27 years is a long time to love someone, forgive them, wait for them, and slowly disappear inside a marriage. We have 2 children, a son and a daughter. Both are grown now. They have their own homes, their own families, their own problems. They call me often and say they love me, but they do not really know what my life has been like behind closed doors. Mark was not always like this. When we were young, he was charming. He laughed easily. He held my hand in public. He made promises about the future. We dreamed of traveling, saving money, growing old together. I believed every word. But slowly, year by year, something changed. My husband became comfortable, too comfortable. He stopped helping around the house. He stopped listening. He stopped caring. After work, he went straight to the sofa. The television became his best friend. The remote control never left his hand. He drank beer every evening, sometimes one, sometimes many. He said it helped him relax. I said nothing. I cooked, I cleaned, I washed clothes, I paid bills, I planned birthdays, I remembered doctor appointments. I was not only a wife, I was a maid, a cook, a nurse, and sometimes even a mother to my own husband. When I asked him for help, he said, "I work all day, I'm tired." When I asked him to talk, he said, "Why do you always complain?" When I asked him to go for a walk, he said, "Maybe tomorrow." Tomorrow never came. Our children noticed it when they were teenagers. They saw me tired. They saw their father asleep on the couch. They asked questions. I protected him. I lied. "Your father is just stressed," I said. But inside, I felt lonely, very lonely. We stopped touching. We stopped laughing. We stopped being a couple. We became 2 people living in the same house, sharing space, but not life. Still, I stayed. I told myself, this is marriage. This is normal. Love changes. I believed we would grow old together quietly. I imagined us sitting on the balcony, drinking tea, watching the sunset. I thought love would return one day. I was wrong. Everything changed on a Thursday evening. It was raining outside. I remember this clearly. The sound of rain was strong. I had just come home from the grocery store. My arms hurt from carrying heavy bags. I entered the house quietly. The TV was on. Mark was not on the couch. That was strange. I went into the kitchen. I started putting food away. Then I heard his voice. He was in the bedroom. He was laughing. Not his tired laugh, not his angry laugh, a soft laugh, a happy one. I stopped moving. Then I heard words that made my blood turn cold. "Yes, sweetheart, I miss you too." Sweetheart. He never called me that, not once, in the last 10 years. My heart started beating fast. My mouth felt dry. I stood very still, holding a bag of rice, afraid to breathe. He continued, "Tomorrow night is perfect. I can stay late." My knees felt weak. When he finished the call, I pushed the door open. He looked up and froze. His face changed color. The phone slipped from his hand. "Who were you talking to?" I asked quietly. He did not answer. "Mark," I said again louder, "who were you talking to?" He sat on the bed and put his head in his hands. "I didn't want you to find out like this," he said. Find out? My heart broke at that moment. "Find out what?" I asked. He looked at me with tired eyes and said words I will never forget. "I'm seeing someone else." The room felt very small. The walls felt like they were closing in. "How long?" I asked. He was silent. "How long?" I repeated. 2 years, he said. 2 years. I laughed, not because it was funny, because my mind could not accept the truth. "You're joking," I said. "This must be a joke." He shook his head. "She makes me feel alive," he said quietly. Alive? That word hurt more than anything else. What was I doing for 27 years, keeping you alive with food and clean clothes? He stood up and tried to touch my arm. I moved away. "I'm sorry," he said. "I never wanted to hurt you." "You never wanted to stop either," I replied. I felt anger rising inside me, strong and hot. "So tell me," I said, "who is she?" He hesitated and then said, "A woman from work." "Of course." I nodded slowly. "Call her," I said. "What?" he asked. "Call her," I repeated. "Tell her you are free. Tell her you are coming tonight." His eyes opened wide. "You want me to leave?" he asked. "Yes," I replied calmly. "Go. I need to breathe." "This is my house too," he said. "No," I replied. "This was our home. You destroyed it." He packed a small bag. He stood at the door. "I love you," he said. I looked at him and felt nothing. "You loved me once," I said. "Now leave." When the door closed, the silence was loud. I sat on the floor and cried. I cried until my eyes hurt. I cried for the young woman I was. I cried for the years I gave. I cried for the lies. That night, I did not sleep. The next day, I called my son. My voice shook as I spoke. He listened quietly. "Mom," he said, "you don't deserve this." Later, my daughter called. She cried with me. "You are stronger than you think," she said. Their words gave me strength. But the hardest part was still coming. Mark returned 2 days later. He said the other woman ended things. He said it was a mistake. He begged me to forgive me. I looked at him and felt nothing. I wanted a divorce, I told him. He was shocked. "After all these years?" he asked. "Yes," I replied, "because of all these years." The weeks after that were painful. We lived in the same house, but slept in different rooms. We spoke only about practical things. I contacted a lawyer. I learned about my rights. I was scared, but also proud of myself. Some nights I cried. Other nights I felt peaceful. One evening, I sat alone with a cup of tea. I looked around the house, the couch, the TV, the quiet rooms. They no longer felt like a prison. They felt like a place waiting for new memories. I realized something important. I spent my life caring for everyone else. Now it was time to care for myself. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know if I will love again. But I know this: I will never accept silence, disrespect, or betrayal again. Life does not end at 50. It begins when you choose yourself. If you were in Linda's place, what would you do? Would you forgive your husband, or would you choose freedom?